Hello traders, this is Rich with Breathingwiththemarkets.com. Today is September 17th, 2025. I want to reiterate what a skill can do. It doesn't matter what market it is. I'm giving back to the community. And I test the markets over and over and over again. And I give that information to the mentees. So essentially, I am testing the markets all the time, platforms all the time, and I am disseminating that information that I feel is necessary for the mentees to succeed. I'm investing my own money. I'm doing my own thing. I have nothing to prove to anybody. I have a skill that'll never leave my soul. I teach that skill. But let me give you an example. Here is a Forex trade. We have approximately 260 pips in positive territory. This is on one pair. I'm not going to disseminate that information to the public. It's none of their business. What you need to look at is the actual pips. A skill is the most important thing. Here we are. This is a live account. This is it with Forex. And I'm giving an example. It doesn't matter. The skill that I teach can be used anywhere, anytime, any day. And what we have here is one pair that I'm trading to show you what a skill is capable of doing. How many traders are on the internet that use 50 lots, 100 lots, 75 lots, 25 lots, and they go for 20 pips? I mean, think about it. And then they throw their hands up in the air and say they have a $100,000 trade, or they had a $100,000 week, or they had a $100,000 month. It is very important to look at the pip value. i.e. the number of pips. You are being fooled. Don't look at the money, okay? Look at the skill, not the money. If someone has $1 million and they throw $1 million in the market and it moves 3 pips and they get out, then they make money and throw up their hands, and you're focused on the money. You cannot be focused on the money, traders. Look at this one trade here, okay? Trade pulled back against me. I understood, this is a higher time frame. I understood the direction of the market, and I'm still in this trade, and it says 260 pips. So far. One position's at 79.6 and the other position's at 180.2 pips. So approximately 260 pips in the green. I don't care about that. As you can also see, I don't have a TP, a stop loss either. Nothing's there. And it doesn't matter about how much money you make in the market, because this is not a money channel. This is about a skill that nobody can take away from you at any time, at any place. This is a skill that you can use. Forex, indices, futures, stocks, it doesn't matter whether it's oil, corn, wheat. Market moves the same, traders. And as you go up in higher time frames, you're going to have to sit a little while. So the farther that you go up, the longer you're going to have to sit to make those gains and profits. And the farther that you go up, then the more pips, ticks, points, futures, whatever it may be, the more you're going to gain over a period of time. I mean, it's just common sense. But traders don't tell you that. Wannabe traders don't tell you that. Scammers don't tell you that. Nobody really tells you exactly what's going on in the market. What they show you is their pocketbook. It doesn't matter how much money you have. Why do you judge people by how much money they have? Never underestimate anyone. You don't underestimate people just because they're not flashy. You don't underestimate people just because they're frugal. Some of the most richest people in the world are the most frugal people in the world. Think about it. Some of the most flashiest people in the world are people that are faking it. They want you to believe that they got money. They want you to believe they have a skill. This is a skill first channel. Okay? So if you want to multiply 50 lots, 100 lots, times 260 pips, go ahead and do it. What's the calculation? Right? I've always said this. Always multiply. If you're looking at the dollar figure, look at someone's skill first. A skill, not subjective trading in the market. This was objective trading in the market. And I can show the mentees that it was objective trading. When I go against objective trading in the market, I lose. That's a fact. If I am on the wrong side of the market, I'm going to lose with a high probability. I'm going to lose because I size in. I'm going to lose. I cannot handle going against the market. Nobody can. Nobody can. So if you're sized in the market on a higher time frame and you're getting 10 pips, 20 pips, 30 pips, 50 pips, that's nothing. That's nothing, traders. That's like a piece of hair, okay? When you can turn hundreds of pips in a month, thousands of pips in a month if you wanted to, thousands of pips in a month, that's correct, thousands. And you have to gain a skill. Trading is a skill, that's the fact. Whether you play sports, baseball, football, golf, all of that, everything is a skill in life. You go to IT school, you go to, engineering, lawyers and doctors and fast food. And if you go and get a job for at a restaurant, at a high dollar restaurant or any restaurant, you have to have experience, right? What about restaurants that you go to and nobody actually takes the order down? And there might be 6 or 7 people there. And they're keeping this in their head. And they get the entire order right. It's a skill. It's learned behavior. They started off taking 1 order and remembering that, then 2 orders and remembering that, and they built up. The brain is powerful. It can also be misleading based on the fabricated information that you ingest. If you ingest the wrong information and you apply the wrong information, how do you expect to have positive results? Impossible. That's impossible. You must inject and practice a skilled-based, objective evidence approach to the market. And if you're not, you're gambling. And if you're not, you're going to lose your ass. And if you're not, you're going to get lucky. And if you don't, and if you get lucky and you don't quit, you're going to give it back. I'm having fun trading. Trading is fun. I am at a stage in my trading that it doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter to me. I have nothing to prove. I have reached a level of skill some may never reach in their lifetime. I've earned it. And one thing, it's not about the money. It's about a skill. I teach the traders each and every day about the value of a skill. Doesn't matter how much you make. It doesn't matter. What matters is if you can continue to build that skill each and every day to provide for yourself, your family, for others, to have some security in your life, a great foundation, not to rely on financial advisors. How many financial advisors even know how to trade the market? It's easy just to dump a bunch of money in the market and then buy a favorite company or two. That's a no-brainer. Why would you need a certificate to do that? I'm not a financial advisor, nor would I financially advise you in any way. I teach a skill, because if you have a gambling habit, you're not going to learn a skill. You have to get rid of the gambling in order to focus and learn a skill. Objective in the market. Can your guru go back in history and show you over and over and over again on all the pairs and all the time frames that something repeats itself day in and day out? Why? I don't know, but it does. And I have found that. I listen to people on TV all the time, 20, 30, 40 years in the market. And I listen carefully to see if they mention the things that I teach. And you want to know the answer? No, they don't. Why? I have not a clue, man. I don't know. I don't know why. So I'll leave it at that. All I'm doing is showing you that it doesn't matter where you trade, whether it's Forex, indices, futures, stocks. It doesn't matter. The chart is the chart. If it moves, mentees and myself at breathingwiththemarkets.com can trade it. If the chart moves, it's tradable. We can trade it in a methodical way using the objective evidence in the market. The market is a language across all symbols. Peace, traders.